Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life, and AT&T just released its third quarter earnings, and there's a lot to unpack here. Lots of good numbers that we've we've come to see AT&T do very consistently on postpaid growth and fiber and internet air ads. But something that stood out in this quarter, which has me worried for Verizon, is AT&T's churn. So AT&T's churn is up significantly year over year for a third quarter. The third quarter versus last year, AT&T's churn was 0.78%. This Q3 2025, AT&T's churn is 0.92%. That is significantly higher, and it is higher quarter over quarter as well. AT&T's churn in the second quarter was 0.87%. So that is trending in the wrong direction. It is going much higher than I anticipated. And the convergence strategy was supposed to keep churn down, but it's continuing to go in the opposite direction. It is going up. But regardless, the convergence rate is now at 41%, so they've improved it by 1% in recent times. So that's a good thing for the company. They did add 405,000 postpaid phone net adds, but the churn again is elevated significantly. 288,000 fiber net adds, which is good. That's, I think, the highest that they've ever added in a quarter. 270,000 internet air adds with the DoD increase of bandwidth and some of the U.S. cellular bandwidth that's being added in. I fully expect internet air to outpace AT&T fiber growth in the next few quarters. Revenue is definitely up significantly across the board. EBITDA is up. Free cash flow is going to come in a little lower, but we do know about that one because of the DirecTV situation. They did close that deal. It is listed in here. Close of the sale of the remaining 70% stake in DirecTV. So they did signal already to the street that free cash flow is going to come in lower. Consumer broadband revenue of $2.2 billion, up 16.8% year over year, so that's good. Mobile service revenues of 16.9%, up 2.3 year over year. That's a solid number. So they continue to increase the financials as well as continuing to grow on broadband and wireless. So the capital expenditure of $4.9 billion. Investment that's high for a quarter. Free cash flow of $4.9 billion versus $4.6 billion. Again, that is up a little versus a year ago, but the churn is concerning across the board to come in at a 0.92 when you're pushing convergence, as that really has me concerned for where Verizon may come in on churn. Verizon may be at a 1%. That is crazy, and that leaves to question where's T-Mobile going to come in at, right at churn. So I'm going to jump in on this earnings call for AT&T, and then we'll talk about that more in a later video. Good quarter overall for AT&T, but the churn is very concerning because AT&T usually comes in at the lowest. If they come in at a 0.92, what does that say for the future? Especially now that convergence is continuing to increase in percentage. Who knows? We'll see, but definitely stay tuned. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.